Starting at the center of the mat, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, finding that drishti, bending in that left leg, cradling that knee. Allow it to rest in the lap. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, sit in the chair. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, sit in the chair, straighten the leg, and take it down to the mat. Inhale as you reach for the blocks and lower all the way down. Good. Inhale, lean it forward. Exhale, stretch that back leg out into pigeon. Exhale, lay it down in pigeon. Inhale, bring it up. Good. Exhale, swing that right leg all the way around for a seated twist, Lord of the Fish. Breathe here. Inhale, drop that right knee on top of the left. Find that fire log. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, back to that figure four shape. Inhale, bring those palms behind you and press up into reverse bridge. Exhale, lower. Flex that foot. Take that figure four down to the back with control. Flex the feet, hands overhead. Drop that foot for a nice twist here. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, both feet hit the ground. Inhale, stretch it out and slow roll up. Good. Inhale, cross those legs, style it out into tabletop. Inhale, curl the toes, pike the hips, down dog. Exhale, bend, gaze forward, step it up. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale. Good afternoon. Good morning. Finding the center of your mat, let's get started. Rolling right into it. Let's take it out of crisscross applesauce. We've had a few practices, and let's sit it back on the heels, tilting that tailbone forward, rolling those shoulders back, letting the palms rest on the thighs, maybe allowing the eyes to close, allowing the breath to settle, allowing the mind to release the grip, taking some deep inhales here, and releasing on the exhale. Deep inhale, releasing on the exhale. Inhaling and exhale. Good. Allowing that warm light to spill down the forehead, past the chin, into the neck and the shoulders, rolling down the arms all the way to the fingertips, checking in with the connection of the palms on the thighs, connecting with the energy that you feel in this position, sending that awareness back to the hip area, seeing if there's any gripping here, anything that refuses to release you. And then allow that energy to flow from the hips directly into the feet. Coming up through the ankles, releasing and softening, flowing through the shins, into the knees, making its way back into the hands. As you wiggle your fingers, blink your eyes open, bringing the palms into heart center, bowing our heads as we prepare for the practice, and blinking our eyes open to greet each other in the space. Excellent. So staying on these feet, let's inhale as we sweep those hands up overhead. Interlace the fingertips overhead, pressing to the sky, gaze it up. Inhale here. Exhale, lean it to the right. Keeping those sits bones connected to those heels. Exhale through the center. Inhale, lean it to the left. Good, bring it back to center. Exhale, release. Good, bring the palms in front of you into tabletop. Step those knees back to bring them under the hips. And let's take a few cat-cows here, tilting that tailbone up, raising the gaze. Inhaling as we tuck the chin and arch the spine. Exhale, back up. Inhale, just go through these movements at your own pace. Good, and when you're ready, let's find stillness here. Inhale, let's curl those toes and pike the hips, taking ourselves into our first down dog, walking it out, pressing the heels into the mat. Finding stillness here as we exhale, bending the knees, gazing forward, stepping or hopping to the top of the mat. Inhale at that halfway lift. Remember the block, books, or a towel, bringing the earth closer to you so that you can find that hip bending in the hip, not the knees or the back. Inhale, palms to shins, raise that back up, halfway lift. Exhale, sink into the fold. Inhale, palms to shins. Exhale, sink. Last time, palms to shins, tuck the chin, halfway lift. Exhale, sink. Inhale, slow roll all the way up. Good, palms up, chin up. Tap the fingers and press them down into heart center. Good. Inhale as you heel toe those feet out about the width of the mat and continue to trace down the midline into a yogi squat. Just starting out here, so your squat can be here, it can be here, it can even be here. Don't take yourself past your moment, but we're just warming those hips up. So let's rock gently from side to side. Excellent. Now inhale as you release those palms to the mat or just in between the knees, pressing those hips up. Exhale, bend and gaze forward. Not taking it all the way into the squat. Inhale, press the hips up. Keep those toes turned out, 45 degrees. Exhale, bend and gaze forward. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, bring it all the way down, back into that yogi squat, wherever your squat is. Inhale as you press all the way up. Good, heel toe those feet back in, under the hips. Palms up. Exhale, dive it down. Bend the knees, right leg goes back to that runner's lunge. Drop the knee, flip the foot. Inhale, rise, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back to that lunge. Good. Exhale, frame the foot. Send that knee back to meet the other. And lower all the way down. Inhale, press up to cobra. Exhale, curl the toes. Pike the hips, down dog. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, palms to shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, palms to shins. Exhale, fold. Seeing that that fold is a flexion in the hips, not a bending of the back. As we raise the spine, the back is flat. Tuck the chin. Exhale, sink. Inhale, roll it all the way up. Palms up, chin up. Bring those palms together into heart center, pressing. Heel toe those feet out as wide as the mat and take it down the midline to your yogi squat. Inhale as we rock and rock. And one more rock. Good, palms to the mat. Press the hips up, tuck the chin. Bring it down, not all the way, just bend the knees and gaze forward. Exhale. Inhale. One more. Inhale, bring it right back to that squat. Exhale as you press all the way up. Heel toe those feet in and dive it down. Left leg goes back, knee goes down, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, twist and open. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, open. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Good. Exhale, frame the foot, send that knee back, and lower all the way down. Tuck the elbows, press the mat away, and down dog. Good. Inhale as you bend the knees and walk it forward. Midway to the mat. Walk the hands to meet the feet. Inhale as you roll it up. Rolling those shoulders down and back. Let's inhale as we bend that right knee. Send the weight into the left knee. Hold on to that knee and the ankle and rock it out. Good. Find your dristi. Now let that right ankle rest on the thigh. Flex the foot. Inhale as you sit into your chair. Good. Exhale, stand it up. Inhale, fold down. Make sure you have your blocks lining your mat. We're going to take it down into a toe squat. Taking it all the way down. Make sure that those arms are behind the knees. Take it down to the toe squat. Nice strong back, using those blocks to bring the earth closer to you. Now lean those hips forward. Good. And let that knee down. Flatten that foot in the back. Inhale it up. Exhale, roll around. Hip down. Swing that foot around and find Lord of the Fishes. Good. Exhale as you release. Lower the shin into fire log. Inhale back to figure four. Palms are behind the back. Press the hips up, gaze it up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, lower down. Interlace those fingers behind the thigh. With control, lay it back. Pull that shape in. Good, and then release, palms overhead. Release that foot to the earth and gaze away. Good, inhale, pull that shape back to center. Hug that knee in, and then exhale, using the strength of the core, fold it right back into fire log. Beautiful, let's take that again on the other side. So we're gonna style it out from fire log, lean it forward, and release into tabletop. We're in tabletop here. Inhale, curl the toes, pike the hips, down dog. Inhale, walk the feet to meet the hands. Make sure your blocks are close by. Inhale as you roll it up, palms up, gazes up. Exhale, we're bringing those palms into heart center, sending the weight into the right foot, bending in that left, cradling that left foot and knee, finding your dristi and rock. Good, rest that ankle onto the thigh. Inhale those hands up. Exhale, sit into your chair. Inhale, stand it up. Exhale, sit into the chair. Inhale, stand up and fold down. Going into that toe squat. As we hold onto the blocks, make sure that they're behind the knee as we take it down to the toe squat. Beautiful. Now lean the knee forward. Take it right into pigeon. Excellent. Take it down on the hip and swing that leg around for Lord of the Fishes. Beautiful. Exhale, stack both ankles on top, finding that fire log, not necessarily ankles, but knee over ankle. Good. Inhale, sweep those arms back, gazing down, pressing the chest down. Inhale, raise it up. Exhale, sweep it down. Good. Inhale, bring it up. Palms are behind you to stabilize you. Bring it into that figure four, wherever your foot feels good, and then press those hips up to the sky and lower down. Good. Press those hips up to the sky and lower down. Good. Finding your balance here. Interlace those fingers behind the thigh. With control, lower to the mat. Pull that shape in as you flex the feet, and then let that foot float to the earth, palms overhead. Beautiful. Bring it back to center. Interlace those fingers behind the thigh, and then using the core, bring it right back up. Back to fire log. Ankles over knee, ankle under knee. Breathe it out for a minute. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, bring it back. Good. Inhale, palms forward, style it out, back into tabletop. Good. Now, if this flow is a bit much for you, remember you can work your way into it. Take your time, pause it, work on a pose, and come back. That's how I learned it. And I'm still learning. I'm not perfect at it by any means, because the way I saw it is they're not using blocks for anything, but you know I believe in using tools. So let's run through it again. Right side. From tabletop. Curl toes, pike the hips, down dog. Walk it out. Release all that work you just did. Walk the feet back to meet the hands. Inhale, roll it up. Good, find your spot right in between your blocks. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, release. Send the weight into the left. Cradle that right leg. Good, and rock it out. Rock it out. Good, let that ankle rest on the thigh. Flex the foot. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, sit in your chair. Inhale up, exhale, sit. Inhale, stand and fold. Good. Now take it into that toe squat, making sure that your arms are behind your foot and knee. Gazing forward. Now exhale as you send your hips forward towards the mat. We inhale as we sweep it around. Excellent. Now to pigeon. Beautiful. Now swing that pigeon leg around, drop the hip, and find that Lord of the Fishes. Excellent. Breathe. Exhale, stack those knees and ankles. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Good. Inhale, drop those palms behind you in space. Bring it up into that figure 4 shape. Excellent. And push those hips up to the sky and lower down. Push the hips up and lower down. Good. Interlace those fingers behind the thigh. Take it back with control. Bring that shape in and release. Bring that shape in and release. Allow that foot to travel to the earth, taking the palms overhead and gazing away. Good. Back to center. And style it out. Perfect. Last time on the left side. Down dog. Bring those blocks back where you need them. Feet walk back to meet the hands. Inhale as you roll up. Palms squeeze into the chest. Weight is in the right. Bend that left leg. Cradle that left foot and knee and rock. Good. Drop that ankle over the thigh. Inhale those palms overhead. Exhale, sit in your chair. Inhale, stand. Exhale, sit in your chair. Inhale, stand and fold. Good. Now lower down for your toe squat. Bringing those hands behind the foot and the knee. Excellent. Now lean it forward. And swing it around. Back to pigeon. Beautiful. Sit that hip down. Swing that leg around. Lord of the Fishes. Beautiful. Back around. Fire log. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, fly them back. Inhale up. Exhale, fly them back. Good. Inhale them up. Exhale, fly them back. And take them down in space. Bring it back to that figure four and press those hips up and lower down. Press the hips up and lower down. Good. Interlace those fingers. Take it back with control and pull the shape in. Release and pull the shape in. Good. Let that foot float to the earth, palms overhead for that low back stretch. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Bring that shape in just because it feels good. And then with control, bring yourself back up to fire log. Excellent. Style it out to tabletop. All right, going in on the other side. Inhale, bending in that left knee. Cradle that left foot and knee. Place it on the top of the right thigh. Flex that foot. Inhale. Exhale, sit. Inhale, raise. Exhale, raise. Inhale, sit. Bend it forward. Exhale as you lower down. Toe squat. Inhale, lean it forward and bring it around. Back to pigeon. Inhale, sit the hip down, swing the leg around. Lord of the Fishes. Exhale to fire log. And sweep those arms back, pressing that forehead down, opening the hips. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, lower the palms to the mat. Bring those knees back to that figure four shape. Flex the foot and press the hips up to the sky. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press the hips up. Exhale, lower down. Thread the fingers behind the thigh and with control, bring it back. Flex that foot, pull the shape in. Good. Exhale, release the palms overhead and let that foot come to the earth. Gaze away. Perfect. Bring it back to center. Back to fire log. And style it out to tabletop.